Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is another paid request. This time for John the Lindsey. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And let me just check here. Okay, just want to make sure things are recording alright. Now, this is an episode called House and Garden. It's a Poison Ivy episode. Now, I've never been the biggest Poison Ivy fan, as in the other episodes I've seen with Poison Ivy just were not really interesting, they didn't draw me in. But I would say this is the exception to the rule. Of all the episodes I've seen with Poison Ivy, I would say this is the best one, because I thought it had, number one, the more interesting story, and number two, a bit of a fucked up story, actually. Some really kind of creepy images in this. I thought it was well directed, use of shadows. Pretty much these wealthy bachelors are being poisoned and their money's being taken. So of course Batman thinks, it's Poison Ivy, but Commissioner Gordon mentions, well, she got married. She got married and she's settled down, she changed her ways. And he visits Ivy, and it seems like she has. And even Alfred goes, is there a chance? And Batman goes, I wish. But for some reason, I can't think that. I mean, I would love for that to happen, but gut feeling. His gut feeling was right. But I like, when I say the use of shadows, like there's this monster that at the very beginning, and then also another scene where Dick Grayson, Robin, is at his school and the monster attacks, and you see it in shadow. You don't get a good look at it. Thought that was a nice choice so it to build up to his look later on. So it gives a little bit more of a horror film feel to it. And pretty much this monster says, hey, Bruce Wayne, give me $5 million on the docks here. He does. Fight breaks out. And I like the bit where Batman has this like jet ski type of thing and jumps right onto the dock and fighting the monster. I thought that was a entertaining little bit of action. Saves Dick Grayson. And come to find out that maybe there's something about Ivy that we looked into. Because there were kids there that this guy had, and Robin was like, well, wait a minute, that guy has some daughters. It's not just two boys. It's like, So they go into it, and they realize that there's this lab underneath this garden, and there's these pods, little like body stature pods, and you see babies coming out of it. I didn't see that coming. I thought, wow, that's a really nice, creepy, like horror image where Batman's looking through this dark lab, and here's this guy, in this like water, he's been taken out. But then again, these body stature type of pods, and they open up, and like a human baby. And you see like Batman and Robin are freaked out, and I was almost freaked out. I'm like, ooh, shit! I don't know, kind of a crazy image, the little baby pop out of this, and then these are mutations, and they only have a lifespan of a few days. And this is a pretty crazy plot, again, spoilers, where Ivy uses one guy's DNA to make her own plant family, where these pods grow these babies, then the babies become the grown guy, who earlier she pretended to be her husband in front of Batman. And then they would grow up to be the monster. The monster that kidnapped Dick Grayson, that attacked people at the beginning. So she'll send them off to get wealth so that they keep living, but also keep growing her children. And again, the lifespan's only for a few days. And because she only had this one guy's DNA, she could only do men. Although, now that I think about it, she didn't have to do that. But before I get to that, Batman electrocutes some of the monsters. Shows how smart Batman is. He had a plan with this weed killer in the water, herbicide. And a nice twist where Poison Ivy starts melting, and she was replicated herself. But I'm sitting there going, well, wait a minute. If Ivy put any amount of brains into this, and if she could make a version of herself, why wouldn't... If people know that this guy had a daughter, why wouldn't Ivy just make a daughter version of herself? If they start off baby and young, she could do that. And, like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you just have a daughter version of you as well as the boy version of the other guy? So you... Because that's the only way Batman realized that Ivy was up to no good was when Robin said, well, wait a minute, the guy has daughters. And when Batman was there, he only saw boys. But I guess they had to find a way to have Ivy screw up like a lot of bad guys. They screwed up. I guess that's the answer. She screwed up. So I do think it was kind of an interesting, crazy, weird, kind of creepy story. You know, her growing her own family and this quick life cycle of from baby to kid to adult to monster. They try to show a little bit of humanity with her because she's on a plane because the real Ivy got away, and I don't know how she knew Batman was coming for her to get away, but apparently she did. In order to have another grown version of herself, just in case. But yeah, apparently she did somehow. But yeah, I don't know how. But she's looking at a wedding album of her family, and she's crying. And I'm like, I don't feel sorry for you, bitch. I mean, you're trying some weird, insane shit, some fucked up shit. I mean, even Robin, I think, at one point says, you're insane. So I don't feel sorry for you, Ivy. It's not like Heart of Ice, where I could feel a bit of sorry for Mr. Freeze. I don't feel sorry for Poison Ivy. And it's such that they were not able to capture Poison Ivy. I would like that they would have captured her. So it's like, eh. You know, I'm not bait on that final bit. But I do like the idea of the fake Poison Ivy, because oh yeah, that's a nice twist. But then I would like to have Batman found the real Poison Ivy and capture her. I would have preferred that, but like I said, nice use of shadows. I'm not sure about the fog portion, like it's on the dots and tries this fog. But the fog looked like something out of like the old Scooby-Doo. Just like fog like pasted on there. I don't know, just I guess it's a bit hard to make fog in a cartoon. Like I said, I like the story. I think it's actually of the ones I've seen, probably the best Poison Ivy one I'd seen. Voice acting's still pretty solid. Same with the animation. Overall, pretty decent episode, House and Garden. Like I said, definitely the best Poison Ivy one I'd seen. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.